Hi Ladysmith and area friends, I'm PJ from Ladysmith Parks Recreation and Culture. Thanks for joining us today. Today's movement activity is what I'm going to call Flowbility. So we're going to flow through some movement. It's going to be kind of a stretchy, bendy, flowing mobility kind of a stretch. I think it's suited for just about anybody, but you'd have to be aware of the fact that you need to be able to get yourself down onto the floor and be on your hands and knees for a little bit. You certainly can try it out for as long as you want and then maybe sit out of parts that you are not comfortable with. So there is that option as well. So hopefully you'll stick around and see what's going on. The equipment today is a mat. I've got yoga mats, but if you've got some comfortable flooring like a rug or some carpeting, that should also do as well. Just remember that we will be moving a little bit, so hopefully the carpeting is not so thick that it's going to catch on your feet. So just be aware of that. And also, speaking of awareness, check out our link below for our physical activity readiness questionnaire, and that will also help you decide if you're suitable for this kind of class. All right, so let's get started. So I'm on my mat. We're just going to do a little bit of warming up. Just take some big breaths in, arms up and over the head, nice and long, and exhale, bring it down. And let's do it again. Inhale. I'm lifting my arms up and over my head. Good. And I'm just opening up through the rib cage, stretching the sides. Good. And inhale. And exhale. Good. All right. Let's bring the arms up, and then I'm just going to take a stretch over to one side. I've opened up my legs a little bit. Inhale and exhale over to the other side. Now if you feel that you need a little bit of support for the spine, you can put the hand on the leg. I've referred to it before as kind of like propping up the fence so you don't fall over. Good. Inhale here. Exhale as you contract to the side. Feel that side stretch. So you're trying not to go over and tilt through the hips. You're trying to keep the hips parallel to the ground. Let's try one more time each side. Good. All right, let's bring both arms up and bring them down. Let's do some shoulder rolls, front to back. Good. Nice big circles. More times. Good. Now let's open up the chest. So I'm going to bring my arms. I'm going to get a little bit more of my spine involved. So I'm bending my knees, so softening them a little bit. Inhale, open, and exhale, round the back. Good. Nice and full breathing. Stretching the front, stretching the back. And remind yourself, take it as far as you comfortably can. Try not to go too far forward. Try not to collapse to the lower back. Good, let's try a couple more. Good, and one more. Good, all right. Let's take a big breath in and bring the arms up. And I'm just gonna forward fold. So I'm just gonna fall forward. Use your hands on the legs. You can keep the legs soft if you need to take yourself down. And I'm just pushing my heels into the floor as I lift and try and straighten those tight hamstrings, lifting those hips up to the ceiling. Now I've got my hands on my legs, and you can certainly put the fingertips onto the floor if they go down that far. And then from there, let's just relax ahead. Good. So I'm pushing down, lifting up, and then letting the weight of my body stretch my back and hips. Now, if you feel comfortable, you can release the arms, and we're just going to do a little sway, side to side. Feel the stretch through the back, through the hips, the backs of the legs. And again, just take that motion as far as you comfortably can. You can do it with the fingertips on the floor too, if you feel that you need a little extra support. Good, let's slow it down, come back to center. Now let's bring it all the way up again. Inhale. Good, and exhale, bring it down. All right. So our first little Flowbility mobility stretch, what we're going to do is we're going to stretch side to side. So I'm going to take the arms up and do a little stretch here. Good, let's bring it up. And let's go the other side. Good. Now I'm going to bring it up and I'm going to do that forward fold. Hinge from the hips. Come on down. Take it all the way down to the floor. I'm going to add a little stretch here. So I'm going to open up one arm, a little twist to one side. Go as high as you comfortably can. Good. Good. Inhale. Exhale. And let's bring it all the way up. Inhale. And exhale. Let's step it back. So I'm going to take a little step back, open up the front, step back, open up the front of the body. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's try that again. Inhale up. And let's do that side stretch. And up. And over to the other side. And up. Let's hinge it forward. Towards the floor. Add that little side twist. So remember, you don't have to take it all the way. If you don't want to, you can modify. Find that range of motion that works for you. Bring it up. Good. And bring it down, and let's tap it back. So a little stepping back lunge. Stepping back lunge. Good. All right. Good. All right. Let's add on. Let's do something else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little lunge to the side, and I'm going to add a little rotation. Step it in together. So we're going side to side here. A little lunge to the side and a rotation. Let's take that lunge to the side, add a little side stretch. Step it together. Lunge to the side. Don't push the knee over the toes. Good. Little side stretch. Now let's change it up again with the arm. A little scoop. Good. Bring it back in. A little scoop. Good. Bring it back in. This last one, let's stretch. Reach to the floor. Good. Side stretch and reach to the floor. Let's do all of those again. Side to side with a little rotation. Push and reach. Side to side. Good. Side stretch with the arm up and over. Good. Side stretch. Good. Here comes that scoop. So I'm bringing the arm down, reach it up and around. Down, reach it up and around. And then let's take a reach to the floor. Good. Side, reach to the floor. Good. All right. Take it out to the side. A little step out to the side. Big goddess arms. Up. And I'm going to take it across. Straight leg if you can. Step it together and bring it down. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. And take it all the way down to the floor. Good. Bring it up. Other side. Big goddess squat. Reach it up. Take that opposite arm to the leg. And reach it up and together. And down. And up. And down. And up. Let's try that again. Big stretch down and up. Try and reach to that opposite leg and up and together and squat and reach. Keep breathing and squat and reach. Let's try the other side. Down and up and reach and up together and down and up and down and up. Good. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take a forward fold. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see maybe a little bit easier. I'm going to step a little bit forward so I've got some room to move back. Big breath in, bring the arms up. And let's take it into a forward fold down to the floor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step it back. So this is where my hands and my feet are on the floor. So you might have seen this in yoga before. It's kind of like a down dog, pushing my heels down, lifting my hips up. But I'm going to add a little extra movement to it. So I'm going to take a big step forward, low lunge here, add a little twist towards that bent knee. Good, and then bring it down. Good. Then I'm going to drop down that back knee, bring myself up, and do some side to side. Now, if you have a cushion for that knee, if you feel that you need it, then you should take it. Good, let's try a couple more. And one more. Good. Let's take it forward again. Hands back down to the floor. Take that leg back and come into that down dog again. Good, let's try it on the other side. So a big lunge forward, lower it down, try and drop those hips and feel that stretch through the hips and groin. Add that little twist. Good, and bring it down. And then bring that back knee down and bring the body up. Let's try some side. Good, stretch, side, stretch. So if you have a couch cushion for that back knee if you need it. Good. Let's try all of that again. So I'm going to take it down and take it up. Good, back into that down dog. Let's repeat these. So, lunge forward, nice low lunge. Let's add a little twist through the core. Remember, take it only as far as you comfortably can. It doesn't have to come all the way. Good. Let's take it side to side. Start trying to increase some flexibility and mobility here. I'm not trying to break you. Good. Let's take it down to the floor and do it on the other side. So, back into that down dog, heels to the floor, other leg, step it forward. Good. Let's add that little twist. And down, and drop the knee, and lift the body up. Side stretch. Side stretch. Good. A couple more times. Good. And one more time. I think I'm going to stay here because what I'm going to do is we're going to carry on, but I'm going to get my hands and knees on the floor. Hands and knees are on the floor. I'm nice and long through my spine. I'm going to add some hip circles. So I'm going to take one hip up and I'm going to bring a circle around to the front. Big circle, as big as you can. Try not to tilt, trying to keep the body facing the floor. Good. Let's try 4 one way, and now let's reverse it. So I'm just pulling that knee up towards the shoulders and around. Let's try a couple more. Good. Let's try the other side. So I'm going to try and reach up and around. I'm trying to keep my hips facing the floor. Again, making the movement as big as you comfortably can. Don't stress the back. Let's go in the other direction. Up and around. Up and around. Try to stay balanced. That weight on the hand should stay even. Try not to sink into it. So this is the second part of it. So with this little bit of a flowbility thing, I call it rolling the marble. I'm bringing my hips back. And I'm rolling the marble up and off the mat and then around. Good, let's try it again. Roll the marble. Got a marble there on the end of my nose and I'm rolling. Good. All right, back onto those hands and knees. Let's do those hip circles again. Pick a direction, I don't care which way it is. We're going to go 4 each way. Good, let's go the other way, up and over, try not to sink into that knee that's on the floor. Hopefully you've got that cushion. Let's try the other side. Up and around. Nice long spine, try not to sag. Through the belly. Good, and then go in the other direction. Good. All right, get ready for the roll the marble. So I'm going to just get that stance with my legs a little bit wider because I'm going to pull my hips back, push the marble. Can't quite get that close to the ground. I'll make it a tennis ball. If you can't get that quite close to the ground, make it a basketball. Good, let's try one more. All right. Well, I'm looking at the floor and it's looking pretty good. So let's come on down. Good. So what I'm going to do here is I'm nice and long through my spine. I'm going to bring my arms out to the sides for a little bit of stability. And what I'm going to do is, this kind of reminds me of in yoga the wild thing. So it's a move where you end up taking your leg up, bending the knee, and bringing it over the hip. Good. And bring it down. Good. All right. Let's try it on the other side. Lift it up, bend the knee, try to reach that toe over to the other side. Remember, only going as far as you comfortably can. Let's try it again. Bend and reach over the hip. So I've got my head lifted a little bit so that I can be heard, but the best way is to have that head and forehead and chin tucked in. All right, we're going to push ourselves up. We're going to come into child's pose, so pull those hips over the heels. Nice long stretch through the arms and the hips. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to thrust through and I'm going to drop my hips and open up the front of my body. Again, only finding a range of motion that makes your body happy. Inhale. Good. Let's try two more. Good. I lost count. I guess we got one. We're going to do one more. One for the pot. Good. All right. So let's hit the floor again. Arms come out to the sides. Good. And let's roll it over. Leg comes up and reaches over. Good. And bring it down. So ideally, try to keep neutral through the spine. Good. Lift it up. Reach it over. And bring it down. And up. Reach it over. And bring it down. Good. Coming up. Pushing up. Child's pose here. Good. Inhale, open it up, a little extension through the spine. Good. Child's pose here again. And open up. I can't remember how many we did before, so we're going to do two more. I think my plan was 4. But you can do more if you want. Good. All right. So, coming up, I'm going to tuck my toes under. I'm going to lift my hips up. Good. I'm going to bring my heels down. Good. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to step it forward. One leg comes forward. The other leg comes forward. And in that forward fold. Good. And then I'm going to bring myself up to standing. Take a big breath in, bring it all up. And bring it down. Good. Let's take a big breath in, arms up. And down. Good. A couple more times. One more time. And bring it down. Great work, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. So remember, stay healthy, wash your hands, and hashtag recreation isolation. Thanks.